Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while since you have joined us back here in the beautiful coast town of Falkenhide. Why don't we check back on Karo and her newfound friends while we are here again, eh? So, let us begin. We find Karl sitting at a table surrounded by other new trainees in a small room. It was lightly decorated with learning utensils and a big welcome sign in the middle of it. For Karo, this was her main workplace. For the past 2 weeks, all day, every day, she and the other trainees would do group tasks with one another. One day they would have to work together to find out what profession a girl worked in using minimal hints, and the next day they would need to bend figures out of metal, which oftentimes didn't turn out too well. Today's task was to design a poster advertising a made-up product in groups of 2. Karo was assigned to work with a young man with a darker skin tone and dark blue shirt by the name of Martin. And although the two had worked together before, for Karo it was still awkward and uncomfortable to talk to a new face, not to mention to work with. So all Karo had to resort to was to nervously sit beside her work partner and try to focus on the task at hand. But just as she was about to start, Martin initiated a conversation.
So, what's the plan?
Huh?
I mean, do you got any ideas what we could design?
No, actually.
Well, I gotta be honest. Neither do I.
Growing more and more uncomfortable, Karl's eyes wandered over to the clock to see how long she had to suffer through this. She had 4 more hours to go, which made the situation she had found herself in even more uncomfortable. She wondered what she could do to let time move faster. Then, it hit her.
I think I got something.
All right, let's hear it.
It would be kinda like a time accelerator.
So you mean like a time machine?
Not really. It's meant to be so time appears to fly by faster for the wearer.
Aha. So, how would it work?
I would, send signal waves to your brain and trick it into thinking that time moves faster.
So how would it look like?
I guess it would look like one of the small round magnets you get on a refrigerator. But then again, how would it stick to your head?
How about making it similar to one of those little window plungers?
Yeah, that could work.
Here, let me draft something up real quick.
Martin began drawing a small disc on a big piece of paper in front of them.
I feel like it's missing something. It looks a bit plain. How about we add a logo?
Sure. What do you have in mind?
Martin quickly drew a clock with legs and arms, and also a little face running.
There. What do you think?
Oh, that's cute. You got quite a talent for drawing.
Thank you. Karo, was it?
Yeah. I'm Karo.
Well, hey, Karo. The name's Martin. It's nice to properly meet you.
Same here.
So, where are you from?
Me? I'm from Schwerin.
Oh, isn't that city with the yellow castle?
Yes, it is.
Cool. I would love to visit that place one day. And that's just one of the things I want to visit. You guys got some beautiful spots up there.
Well, it's good to hear you're liking Mecklenburg-Vorpommern.
I really do, yeah. It's not as hectic as where I come from, and the people are nicer than I expected here. Well, at least the ones I've talked to for now. Back west folks were always joking about how you all still live in the Third Reich.
Well, some up here still do. But I myself can say that I thankfully haven't run into any one of those guys yet, so I don't think you'll have to worry about them either.
Well, that sure is reassuring to hear. Especially from a first-hand source.
So, you're from the west, right?
Yep, I'm from Hazen.
Wow, that's quite far. So how did you end up here?
I ended up here because all the other training centers near me were full. Every single one.
Oh man, it surely must be rough to be so far from home.
I can manage. My parents are the ones you should worry about.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it must be like for them. So, anyway, we need some commercial talk on the poster. You got any idea how we should write it?
Oh, hmm. How about we first introduce the everyday problems that people have and how our little thingy can make them go away?
4 hours had passed, and Karl was on her way back to her group. When she arrived, nobody was there, not even Herr Kramer. So she went to the couch and sat down before grabbing the remote on the small table in front of her. She turned on the television and was surprised to see something she didn't even know was possible.
Thank you for watching Kanal Falke, a program proudly produced for and by trainees of the Falkenheider Vocational Training Center.
Wait, they got their own TV channel? How'd they do that?
Kanal Falke is proudly sponsored by Herhard Deutschland.
Ah, figures.
And now, the news of general interest, with your host, Holger Heiligstein.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the news of general interest. We will begin with a segment dedicated to the annual plant growing competition held in Greifswald, where our own gardening trainees also participated in, achieving the first prize with the 2-meter big orchid flower named Rosie. We from Kanal Falke applaud the gardeners for having managed to grow such a masterpiece and bringing us home the gold.
As she watched the broadcast, a sleepy feeling overcame Karl. Her eyelids got heavy, her breath labored, and her brain activity slowed to a crawl. Without thinking much, she slumped back into the couch and slept in. In the depths of her mind, she had awoken in an ocean filled with a pitch-black liquid. Panicked, she looked around. Darkness stretched around her for miles and miles. The only source of light was the sun, or what she thought was the sun, shining above the ocean. However, the darkness seemed to dim the light coming from it, as if it was actively trying to shut it out of itself. Just then, she heard a familiar voice calling her name. Karo began swimming like her life depended on it, which it most likely did. But no matter how far she swam, Uwe's voice didn't seem to get any closer.
Papa! Papa, I'm here! Where are you? Where are you?
Seeing no other way to reach her father, Karo gave up and began sobbing. Just then, a pair of big red glowing eyes lit up under the black ocean and stared directly at Karo. Multiple pairs of bony arms and hands shot out of the water, grabbed Karo and began dragging her into the depths. She tried to fight her way back to the surface, but the grip of the hands was too strong. The light of the sun began fading. And just as Karo was about to let the pitch-black water fill her lungs, she woke up, shaken, scared, and full of panic. Her eyes darted around the room. She was back in reality, thankfully.
What? Oh my god. I hate that dream so much.
She took a minute to breathe the air around her before getting out her phone and going through her contacts. She landed on her father and was just about to call him, but then the door leading to the main hall opened.
Hair hut, hair hut, hair hut.
I can't believe you ain't sick of it by this point.
Hey, if you're grown up watching the original show, you'll be excited too.
Yeah, the original. The one that was written by people that actually cared.
Ah, come on. Don't ditch it until you've seen it.
Don't you think you might be a little too old for this kind of stuff?
Michael, shut up. Oh, hey, Kara.
Hey, how was your day?
Oh, too long. It stretched like old gum because I couldn't keep the new Cries reboot off my mind.
Christ, isn't that old music show?
Yeah, it's back. It's Hansi and Heidi as its hosts. Have you ever watched the original?
Yeah. But that must have been years ago. Our VHS player went up in smoke.
Say what?
Yeah, what?
Yes, it went up in smoke. I turned it on one day and poof, a big smoke cloud came from it.
Man, you can be lucky it didn't cause a fire.
Yeah.
David sat down on the couch next to Karo, Charlie following suit. Michael headed to the couch too, as David grabbed the remote and switched the channel to United German Television, the biggest of the many government-funded channels in the country. But as soon as he did so, the horror of public television pierced their eyes and ears.
To create a bond between your soul and body, as well as the universe and nature, you should often have a talk with your yoni. As confirmed by many scientists, this also helps in finding your inner middle, as well as peace and tranquility. But how can I be sure how I should talk to my yoni, you might be asking? Well, worry not. We got you covered. We'll show you the many different types of yonis and their specialties, as well as the correct way to interact with them.
Dude, are those?
Yep, I'm afraid so.
Turn it off! Turn it off! What on earth did we just watch?
Open access television.
I mean, I knew it was bad, but when did they start airing straight-up adult content midday? Think of all the children that just had to watch this.
Well, that's their goal. At least one of them. So, anyway, David, are you sure you were on the right channel?
I believe so. They said UGT. 2. Ugh. Sorry, guys.
Ugh, it's alright. Now, if you excuse me, I need to wash my eyes out.
Why? Because you saw some kitty cats?
No, but I didn't need to see them on public television.
Uh-huh. So, David, are you gonna switch to channel 2 or what?
Yeah, alright.
Oh, it's the old main theme. I loved that as a kid.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Christ. We're happy that you're able to join us again.
Indeed we are. I've missed this place. And especially you, dear viewers. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? But before we start, I would like to say something that is very important to me. And so should it be to you. Especially to you. And that thing is personal safety. Every day, millions of people get themselves into dangerous situations without their knowledge, leading to them getting hurt or worse. And we at Herhut believe that you deserve to be safe. And that is why we have partnered up with Border Price to present you Asa, the all-seeing angel. In this little ball I am holding right here is a camera that can look into all directions, as well as a microphone that can pick up even the quietest of sounds. It detects when you are in danger and will inform the corresponding authorities in seconds by sending the recorded material straight to them. With Asa, you will never face danger alone again. So get one today, and maybe some for the entire family. You want it to be safe as well, don't you? So what are you waiting for? Do buy it. Please. They're holding guns at our heads.
The episode cut to a still frame saying, Boulder Price, keeping you on your toes since 1973. The three mates sitting on the couch looked at each other in complete and utter confusion. Not wanting to continue subjecting his friends and himself to the nonsense on the screen, David switched the channel back to the Kanal Falke, where big news had just broken. The feed showed the field reporter nicknamed Fritzi on a rooftop overlooking the marketplace. The cameraman began filming the mayhem that had just been unleashed on the city's heart.
Well, to put it bluntly, Holger, the situation has escalated drastically over here. The members of Generation Liberation have begun to turn the marketplace into a full-on war zone, as you can see. They're robbing every store they can find, valuables inside, and we've seen them attack multiple people. the police still is nowhere to be seen, and what's going on now? I see a lot of Generation Liberation members carrying German flags. They're throwing them down onto the ground and covering them in petrol? Holger, they're burning the flags. Holger, do you see this?
People of Falkenhayn, we have warned you about the consequences of your silence. This is it. Your inaction is going to kill us all. So join us. Become part of Generation Liberation and save the Earth.
Taken aback, David turned the television off. He, along with the others, could not believe what they had just witnessed.
You just saw that too, right?
Yeah, but I wish I didn't.
I don't remember seeing them cause so much damage before.
Neither do I. I guess this has to be some next phase of their terror campaign. It can only get worse from here on out.
Scum.
Karl? Hey, Karl, you alright?
Am I all right? Am I all right? I just witnessed how a bunch of maniacs destroyed the town centre, attacked innocents, and burned our flag. And you ask if I'm okay?
Hey. Calm down, Karo.
Why? Tell me one good reason why I should calm down.
Shouting at us won't undo what happened in the centre. So please, Karo, settle down.
Easy now. Breathe slowly. In through the nose and out of the mouth. Good. Now count down to 10 in your head. There you go. Are you better now?
A bit, I guess. I didn't mean to shout at you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Listen, this wasn't easy for any of us. I can assure you that. Believe it or not, I'm actually quite angry myself, but I think this is the wrong time to show it.
What do you mean by the wrong time? Forget it. I guess I should have done the same, showing my anger at the right time. The most fitting would be if one of those degenerates crosses my path. Boy, would he be in for a nasty treat. I'll tell you what.
You feel the same way?
These rats beat up my father and I, Charlie. And now they destroyed the town centre. Of course I feel the same way. I mean, the police is doing nothing about them, so I guess it's time to get busy.
So, you're saying that you would like to teach them a lesson?
I wouldn't mind.
Charlie, are you leading on to what I think you're leading on to?
Well, I mean, we did agree that another pair of arms could come in handy.
I mean, yes we did, but don't you think it's a bit too soon?
Hey, if the girl wants to fight, let her fight.
And it would be better if she fights with us rather than go out on her own.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to see her bound to a wheelchair for the rest of her life. Do you?
No, of course not. But... you know what? Fine. So, Karo, you want to fight the final word? Or Generation Liberation, or whatever they're called now, right?
I mean, yes. If it helps keeping them at bay.
So tell me, what kind of skills can you bring to the table when it comes to combat?
Well, I know how to handle a melee weapon. And I might know a thing or two about handling BB weapons. Also, I can climb and run fairly well if needed.
I guess we'll just have to see about that when the time comes.
So, what exactly do you have planned? Are you going to be some kind of vigilantes?
I mean, I guess we do.
Then say no more. I'm in.
Are you really sure, Karo? You're aware of the risks, right?
Oh yeah, of course. But I think as long as I got you on my side, I think I'll be fine. Just like you said. You watch my back and I'll watch yours. So tell me, when can I start?
How about right now? We could head over to Marcel's place and fill you in there.
Marcel? He's in on this too.
Yeah, You wouldn't believe what goes on in the back rooms of a store.
Oh, now I'm getting even more curious about this.
Just please promise that you'll keep your silence about this. Otherwise, we can wave this place goodbye. Or worse.
My lips are sealed. Pinky swear.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
So, you want to get going?
Yeah, sure. Let's just march into the city center. No! I need to make a call first, and then we'll see. Wait here, I'll be right back.
Michael got up from the couch and headed to his room. The inside of his room was tidied up and very well organized, even if it did look a bit pale, as there was little in the way of decorations around. He picked up his phone from his nightstand and called his friend. Michael quickly packed his rucksack, left his room, and arrived back in the living room, where the rest of the group were sitting in awkward silence.
Pack up, we're heading to the old ruin. Meet me downstairs in 5 minutes.
The old ruin?
Yeah. Haven't been there in quite a while. It's kind of like our second hideout, if you will. It's a bit of a walk there, but it shouldn't be much of a problem for you, right?
Well, I guess I wouldn't be complaining about walking when I want to fight an army of lunatics.
A while later, the four finally arrived at the old ruin located in the South City. It was a big, one-story tall building, which its windows had been smashed in a long time ago. Nature and the weather had taken a toll on it, but here it was, still standing. Due to its isolation from civilization and the woods surrounding it, it made it the perfect hideout for any wannabe vigilante group in the making.
All right. We're here.
Oh, wow. Was this place?
It doesn't look like it from the outside, but it used to be a storage unit.
Oh, for what?
Drugs.
Really?
Yeah. At least that's what Marcel told us. The police raided the place around 10 years ago, and now it's been left to rot.
But if the police know about this place, do you think it's really a good idea to go here?
I wouldn't worry. Once the police deem one place clear, they don't go back to it. And plus, they got more important business to deal with nowadays, like protecting terrorists.
Ha ha! Who dares to trespass into my forest? A bunch of future protectors, that's who.
Hey man, it's good to see you're still in one piece.
Well, I'm glad too. They really did a number on the center. Yeah, and then some. While I was driving here...
Yeah, we know. And it's time to put a stop to it, don't you think so?
Yeah, and then some. While I was driving here, I saw the entire paramedic force of the hospital rush to the center. I don't want to imagine what those poor souls had to go through.
Well, we are here to stop them, once and for all. And we got some help doing so now.
Karo? She wants to fight too?
Yeah. I want to fight as well.
Really now? I never would have guessed a little cinnamon roll like yourself would be up for something like this.
Well, I guess I'm full of surprises, huh?
I guess you are. But you do know what you're getting yourself into, right?
Of course. But I can't just ignore this anymore. If I'm going to be here for the next few years of my life, I would like to not spend them getting beat up and living in terror. Not me. Not anyone else. If I can help prevent what happened to my papa and me from happening to anyone else, then that alone would make me happy. This includes you lot, by the way. The last thing I want to see is you getting pummeled by some nutjob tree hugger. So, now that that's dealt with, are you going to let me join, or what? I got the skill, I got the experience. I'm ready as can be for a fight.
The rest of the group all looked at each other. Charlie and David both gave a thumbs up, while Michael looked very torn.
Well, you certainly sound like you have the will. As for the experience, we'll have to see about that. If you'd like to follow me, I'd like to present where you can prove it.
Marcel limped into the building, Karo enthusiastically following him, along with the rest of the gang. They arrived at the hatch in the ground, which Marcel proceeded to pick up and open. The hatch led to a staircase, which in turn led to a small generator, which Marcel proceeded to activate. The lights surrounding the group turned on, which revealed a big underground storage unit, or at least, that's what it used to be. Nowadays, it looked like a training camp for the military, complete with a shooting range, an obstacle course, and old sports equipment. Karl was amazed by the sight.
Wow!
Cool, huh?
Yeah? Did you guys set all this up?
Yeah, we did. I handled the generator and the lights.
Really?
He sure did. He connected the lights to the generator's distributor and then turned it on.
Charlie!
So, Karo, welcome to the card box. This is where we train to handle our melee and ranged weapons, as well as our physical condition. We do that right over here, on the shooting range in the obstacle course. Over here we have our weapon and utensil storage. This will be important later. Here's the resting area if you want to kick up your feet. And if you need to use the bathroom, it's in that room over there. It might not be the cleanest, due to, this place being a bit older, but the water still works.
What do you mean by not the cleanest? I scrubbed that thing top to bottom for hours.
Yeah, you did. But all the sanitizer in the world can't clean away age.
That's fair.
Hey, Karl, want to present us your running skills?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Alright. Here, this is the start of the course.
Are you sure this is gonna hold? It looks a bit, shabby.
You don't trust our workmanship, Karo?
I didn't mean it like that.
It won't collapse on you. There is no way. I've checked every beam, every slat, every millimeter. Here, I'll prove it to you. Marcel, if you will.
Oh, wait! Okay! The timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go!
And there goes Tasman. I sure hope he won't live up to his name. But judging by that smooth movement of his, I don't think that's going to be the case. Look at that! That is the finesse and pace of a professional. Just look at him. He's practically flying over those obstacles. He's nearing the finish line, and he's second now. And he has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big applause to Michael Stasman. What a show.
David, shut up.
Sorry.
47 seconds! Nicely done, Michael! Looks like you still got it.
Well, I better. See, Karo? All safe. It's your turn.
All right, I'll give it a whirl.
Okay, timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go!
And here we have our newest contestant, the stunning and beautiful Karo Nattigal, on her first ever run. And by the looks of it, she's doing an incredible job. Just look at the finesse and control over her body. The obstacles have no chance of stopping this young lady as she nears the finish line. One final push should do it, and she passed. Ladies and gentlemen, Karo Nattigal.
52 seconds. Not bad at all, Karo.
A solid time, well done.
You think so? I thought I was kinda slow.
Well, it was your first time in the course, but despite that, you did very well. I'd say you were right when you said you can run.
You're a natural, Karo. Did you ever think of becoming an athlete?
Oh, geez. No, actually.
Well, I'd say you got the skills to be one. It's quite incredible you can run like that, even with all the extra baggage you're carrying.
Baggage? What baggage?
I mean the baggage you'll be carrying on the field, that baggage.
Step aside. Let me show you how a pro does it. Marcel, count me down.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
Charlie ran as fast as she could into the course. But due to her anger, she couldn't concentrate well, which resulted in her jumping at the wrong time and made her fall over an obstacle.
Oh, no!
Charlie then lowered her sleeve to reveal her wristwatch.
Oh, yeah. Completely forgot.
She got up and took a small pillbox out of her pocket, which she proceeded to take one of. She then headed back outside.
Scratch that. Maybe another time.
You okay, Charlie?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I did say so. Now, shall we move on?
Okay.
You want to try yourself at the shooting range?
Oh, I'd love to.
Great! Then follow me. Here we are. You ready to take down some targets?
Sure. But where are they?
1 second.
David walked to a small table where a remote with wires sticking out of it sat on. David pushed one of the buttons on the remote, and a target popped up from behind the makeshift barricades.
Wow! How did you do that?
Neat, huh? Took a lot of tries, sweat and effort, but I made it work.
Wait, did he really make this?
You best believe.
What? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. He's got quite a hand for it.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
Want to give this a try, Karo?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So, where are the weapons?
Right over here. I'll grab you one. Alright. One MP40, one Walther P38, one emergency knife, and one rucksack. Super. Everything seems to be here.
Whoa! Are these real?
No, they shoot BB pellets, but they could shoot real bullets. But we're not there. Yet. As long as they don't kill, we don't kill. If they do, the police will be on their behinds faster than we're ever going to be. So my guess is that we're not going to go that far either way. Now wait here, I'll go get the ammunition.
He quickly came back with a small box of metal BB pellets and magazines, and began to pour them gently into the magazines of both the SMG and the pistol. He then loaded the magazines into the corresponding weapons, before laying them back down on the table.
There. Already. Almost. You see this little handle here?
Yeah, that's the operating handle, right?
Yeah. Well, you'll need to pull it down. This way you'll unlock the safety mechanism.
And if I want to put it back into safety, I'll pull it back and then up, correct?
Correct.
And the unlock kind of goes like this, yeah?
Whoa! Hey! Careful with that.
And if I want to hold it, I should grab the magazine well, not the mag itself, because that could cause it to jam.
Well, yeah, but...
And when I'm firing, I should do so in short bursts and look down the sights to increase my accuracy. Understood. Hit me.
Surprised, but acting quickly, David pushed all the buttons on the remote, leading to every target appearing. Without much hesitation, Kara opened fire on the targets. With every salvo, she dropped a target, until her gun suddenly clicked.
Time to switch to the sidearm.
Karl secured the SMG and laid it down onto the table, where she then picked up the pistol off of. She turned off the safety, held the pistol in both hands, and opened fire on the targets with controlled shots, quickly dropping the remaining targets.
Yeah, man! How was that?
That was good, Karo! Where did you learn to shoot so well?
Video games?
Really now?
Yeah. It's, quite weird. I know.
Well, alright. We know you can shoot targets that don't move. But how about the ones that duck and cover? You think you can take them?
Michael took out the SMG's magazine, refilled it, and put it back in.
Sure. I'll give it my best.
Okay, get ready, Karo. 3, 2, 1...
He started pressing the buttons on his remote, the targets quickly shooting up, before Karo shot them down as quick as she could. But sometimes, she wasn't quick enough and missed a shot, or even a target. But still, she kept on shooting until her weapon ran out once more.
Not bad.
Are you kidding? That was great! You're a good shot, Karo. I'm sure you'll mow down the losers just fine.
Thank you.
Just make sure you don't shoot us.
I won't, I promise.
We'll see about that. Well, now we know that you can fight at range, but especially in urban environments, close quarters engagements are a given. That's why you need to know how to handle a melee weapon. The most practical of them is the knife. It's light, concealable, and easy to carry. But it can also be very dangerous if you don't handle it right.
I know. Keep the sharp end away from yourself, safely store it away if not needed, and avoid running with it.
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
And if I'm being attacked and I need to defend myself without mortally wounding them, I go for the arms or the legs, stunning them and giving me enough time to split or hit them in the head to knock them out. And if I don't have enough time to pull the knife out, I'll use my weapon to shield myself from incoming melee attacks, or use it to strike if my attacker is in range.
How do you know all this stuff? Is it because of the video games as well?
Yes.
Fine. Whatever, I don't care. Just promise me that you know what you're doing and that you won't get yourself hurt.
I promise, Michael. With all my heart. I won't let you down.
I know you won't, Karo. I'm just worried you'll let yourself down.
So, Marcel, do you think she's got what it takes to join us?
You know what? I think she's proven herself. Much congratulations, Karo. You have my blessing. What about you?
I ain't saying no to having her on the team.
As long as she doesn't do anything stupid, I don't mind. What about you, Mickey?
You've got my blessing.
Looks like we're all in agreement. What about you, Karo? Are you in?
Last chance to back out.
I'm in.
Welcome to the deck, Karo.
And so, we must leave Karo and her friends for now. Other adventures await us across the pond. But we'll be back soon enough to meet them again, when they finally take the fight to Gen L. Thank you all for stopping by, and until next time, see you soon.